chapter where Jesus is sharing multiple parables. He's sharing these stories with sinners, with tax collectors, Pharisees, scribes, and his disciples to get them to understand a greater point. If you'll begin reading with me in verse 11. Jesus also said, "A man had 2 sons. The younger of them said to his father, 'Father, give me the share of the estate that is coming to me.' So he distributed the assets to them. Not many days later, the younger son gathered together all he had and traveled to a distant country where he squandered his estate in foolish living. After he spent everything, a severe famine struck that country and he had nothing left. Then he went to work for one of the citizens of that country, who sent him into his fields to feed the pigs. He was so hungry, he longed to eat from the pods that the pigs were eating from, but no one would give him anything. When he came to his senses, he said, 'How many of my father's hired workers would have more than enough food, and here I am dying of hunger? I'll get up, go to my father, and say to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and in your sight. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Please make me like one of your hired workers.' And he arose and came to his father. But while he was still a long way off, his father saw him, felt compassion, and ran and embraced and kissed him. And the son said to him, 'Father, I have sinned against you and heaven. I am no longer worthy to be called your son.' But the father said to his servants, 'Bring quickly the best robe, put it on him. Put a ring on his finger and shoes on his feet, and bring us the fattened calf and kill it, and let us celebrate. For this my son was dead and is now alive again. He was lost and is found.'" In this parable, Jesus is showing what God our Father does to one of his children who have gone astray. He is waiting with open arms for you to return to him. If God can forgive me after everything I did, he can forgive you as well. And even more so, call me to the purpose of preaching his word and being a light in the world of darkness. And God's still working on me. I'm not a perfect person. But God continues to remain faithful and help me to do better as long as I remain focused on him. If there's anyone in here who thinks they are too far gone or past the point of forgiveness, that is a lie from Satan. As long as you are still alive and living in this thing we call life, it's not too late. You can get right with God. That's the whole reason Christ died on the cross for us. You just have to turn to him. You have to cast everything that is in between your relationship with God out of your life, and angels in heaven will celebrate.